businesses. And so we have, well, one of our own finalists from Fund It Forward, you know, our program right here on Channels Television. Thara Atta joins us from Abuja studio. Hi, Thara. Been 6 months. Sounds like forever. Are you afraid with this new race? In fact, I think I should ask, are you in Band A or Band... Some people have coined Band F. What band are you in? Thara, can you hear me?
I can hear you quite clearly.
Great, great. I couldn't hear you at first. So I was asking, what band are you in? You know, there are the big guys who do more than 20 hours in Band A, and now some people have coined Band F. I think there's no supply at all. What band do you belong to?
In all honesty, where I stay, there is a fluctuation. So we're fluctuating between Band D to Band F, most likely.
But I thought you were supposed to know. Do you know exactly? Because NERC had told us that we would know from our cards if you're prepaid. When you buy your cards, you would have it there. Do you know your band exactly, really?
I don't believe so, because, like, this is information that is relatively new to me. I know that basically it's been out there, but I don't believe they go around telling you, okay, the area where you are, this is what you're going to be getting. Otherwise, you hold them to it, right? So I guess we're just going to get what we see.
Yeah, I guess that's why Engineer Agoro in the morning did emphasize the need for protecting consumer rights, because a lot of consumers do not know their band, and so you can't even hold the discos accountable for that. But let's find out what you've been doing. It's been about 6 months since you were in, you know, the lights and glamour and taking home some money. How has it been? What have you done? What's left to be done?
A lot, actually, if I'm being honest. I can only say I'm heavily grateful for the experience of Fund It Forward, because everything that I had the opportunity to learn there, I brought to the real world, and it has been really helpful. For one, I would say Trashformas is aware of its limitations, and instead of trying to change the wheel or reinvent the wheel, we're just working with what is available. So though we are aware of these limitations, we are able to conveniently put ourselves in a position where we're going to work with people that have access to those things we are limited to. For example, through our value chain, from the acquisition of our material to the process of converting it to the biogas that we are proposing as a solution, to the process of compressing it into canisters so that it can be commercialized and sold to households and businesses, and to the final stage of distribution, we have been working on possible partners. We've been discussing with people, associations, private businesses, local and international institutes, and I'm glad to say that there's been a lot of progress in those areas.
I know then when we had a chat after the event, you told us how you have started working with some poultry farms and farmers. Bring us up to date on that.
Yes, of course. The aspect where poultry farmers come in is in our acquisition, raw material acquisition. And we've been able to discuss with an association that its Abuja chapter is helping us rope in the poultry farmers that are driven by social impact, that are open-minded enough to want to try the diversification aspect of using their poultry waste for biogas, and also see the financial benefit it holds for them as a business, knowing how the industry has been affected by the Forex change, like the way the Forex is now, pardon me, and then the rise in chicken feed. You know, it's only wise that the poultry farmer seeks other means to keep the business going, and we are providing them that. So yes, with our discussions with this association, we've had ease with having a lot more farmers interested and willing for when we are putting our project on their farms, and hopefully, you know, the project kicks off and everybody is happy in the end.
So apart from the poultry farmers, those are feeding you from the raw material. What about those who will buy from you, you know, your customers from that end? even though you're waiting for the project to kick off, are you building relationships around that area?
Of course. So as I stated earlier, through the value chain, we've been working and discussing with possible partners because we are very well aware that this is a capital-intensive project, and we are in discussions from, as I said, raw material acquisition through to the conversion process, so the production and conversion process of this material, compressing it, and then distributing it. So I've already discussed the acquisition aspect of it, which involves the poultry farmers. And then we're going to talk about the processing aspect of it, which we're glad to say we have the attention of a few international research institutes that are willing to work with us through the process. We have an institute in Europe that's willing to work with us that is involved in plastic engineering. And the reason for this is because we are trying to work with alternative material, building material. So we cut off at least 50% on our construction costs. Then we're also working with another institute which is situated in Asia that would be improving our process, our production process, and also would be training partners. And then we move to the compression aspect of it. There is an African-based business that we are also in discussions with, so we can mutually improve the compression technology of biogas into canisters. And then the final stage, which will be our customer stage of distribution, we are in discussion with a gas infrastructure company that would help us work on a scheme where we would have MDCs, which stands for micro distribution centers, and have ease of access to our customers where they either get their canisters of gas, which is cylinders rather, cylinders of gas delivered to them, or they're able to walk to the stand and pick up the gas in exchange. The exchange, so there's like an exchange system. The cylinder is available, filled with the amount of gas that they are willing to buy. Then they take it, they drop theirs, and then, it's easier that way. So this is the whole value chain that we've been working on. It's been a lot of work.
Yeah. How long more do we have to wait before the consumers or the customers see your final product estimated?
Well, this is a question you asked me a couple of months ago, and by our calculations, I have only 3 more months to go. But we're working on it. I don't want to put a timeline.
So do you think you will make it in 3 months?
But we are working
3 months.
on
Should we
it,
start counting down 3 months, or you want more time? This is a time of grace.
Don't count down, please. We're doing the best we can at the pace we can move.
All right, but how much of a shock have you had, as your plan had, with the economic realities, some of which were not existing when you won, when we had the funded forward? How much impact has that had in your plans?
There is no other way to put it, and you have already, which was a shock, of course. But I guess that's life. Things just get thrown at you, and then you have to find a way around it. And thankfully, those 2 months on the show already prepared us for the possibility of that shock. Being an entrepreneur, you should be prepared for anything, and there was that possibility already. So yes, I was shook, but I was very mentally prepared for it. And in that awareness, it actually helped push me to seek alternative options. Like, rather than wanting to take on the mantle of everything on Trashformas, which is close to impossible, we sought to seek out strategic partnerships that would help us enter the market faster, help us do a whole lot more with a whole lot less, because we're aware it has become quite less than we were anticipating it to be able to do. So, yes.
Well, I hope you're not heading to the banks, because interest rate now is it's not friendly at all.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
I said, I hope you're not heading to the bank, because the interest rate has been hiked.
Of course, it's quite ridiculous, really, but like, at this rate, we are really being, will I say, prudent. So we know exactly where the money is going to and for what we will be putting the money into, knowing that it will be value for money well spent, so. No, we're not going to the bank anytime soon to do anything.
I don't know what to say. I'm happy for you, at least for that.
Waiting to ride off the back of,
Thank you so much, Thara Atta, for giving us updates. We'll not count down for you. So we should give you some time of grace. We'll say because of the economic headwinds, but we'll be back on you in a couple of months. But we wish you the very best in building partnerships and actualizing the plans that you have for Trashformas.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.